the grid.
This circuit missed a few years off the F1 calendar, and we missed Albert Park. So welcome back, and it's great to be back in Melbourne. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Perez, Leclerc, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Tsunoda, Albon,
12.
Gasly, Bottas, Joe, Ricciardo, Ocon, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, and Daniel. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And with me for this commentary this afternoon, former racing driver Naomi Schiff. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
It's a very special time for the drivers. It's almost like everything around you slows down and you become hyper aware. So your nerves slightly go up, your adrenaline's going up. It's the perfect time to start focusing on your visualizations and preparing for the race. So you want to avoid distractions and really stay cool, calm, and focused.
Okay, this is going to take a monumental effort from you. I need you to push incredibly hard if we're going to get a good result today. Let's go and make it happen.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. First of all, race strategy. Let's check it. Okay, perfect. This is what I want to talk with all of you guys. At the beginning of the weekend, in the weekend preview that we are making before practice 1 in here on YouTube as well, we select the hardest tire option, tire choice. That means I reserve 2 sets of hard tires, as you can see here, for the race, because I had the feeling that the tire wear here will be very high, and I was not wrong. During the practice we were talking about it. We were talking about how much faster the soft was degrading, and in just 3-4 laps the tire dropped off massively in lap times. The medium was more stable, but also after doing 9-10 laps I feel a big drop in performance. So I think it was the right decision to save 2 sets of hard tires that I never test before. I have to say that. I don't know how it will be the behavior of this tire. But if the degradation is so the same that we saw on Friday, probably I think I have the right tires today. My idea at the beginning, when I was in the morning thinking about the race, I was thinking to try to do one stop, one on hard and then change to medium. My team is telling me that 2 stops is better. Let's try to simulate it. Well, if you simulate it, in the basic scenario, I'm losing 3.7 seconds doing one stop. So it's not too much. So the question will be here if it's possible to do just one stop instead of 2, because probably I have the feeling a lot of drivers will try to do even 3 stops, especially drivers that don't have 2 sets of hards like me. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if to go to the 1 stop or 2 stops. The ideal will be to try to do 2 stops, because that's why I reserve 2 sets of hards. So at the end, maybe it's the ideal decision. So I think I will take the gamble. I will maximize the tires that I have, the two set of tires. And in that way, well, I think it can be very interesting. Maybe during the race or live, if something changes and for example there is a safety car, maybe I can save one stop. Obviously, that's for sure. But I think if I brought two set of hearts here, let's use it. Let's use them. You know. Question is to decide the laps to get in every stint. We are seeing now. This will be the ideal following the team simulation data. Doing 20 laps on stint 1, 20 laps second stint, and 18 laps in the medium tire in the third stint. Let's see if I can gain time playing with the laps. I think no. I think the ideal is to do that. So anyway, I would like to. I think well. The key here is in the first stint to extend them more than the rest of the cars ahead. The ideal will be to do more laps and to stay close before the rest of the cars enters in the pits for the first time. And just they are entering, especially people who will start on soft that I don't know actually, or in mediums, try to go longer than them and to maximize that free air that I will have at some point of the race. And later on to using a fresh set of tires, exiting of the pits with fresher tires and try to get some moves. But maybe I'm thinking that it's better to use the medium tire in the second stint at the middle. Why? Because if we have a safety car at the middle of the race, for example, in lap, let's say, in lap 13 of 58, if I save the medium tire for the final stint and there is a safety car in lap 13, for example, that left still 28 laps to go, I can't do 28 laps with medium. So in case there is a safety car in the middle of the race, I can save one extra set of hearts, and if the safety car appears in lap 30, for example, I can enter in the pits to put a new set of hearts, and using the heart I can do 28 laps. It will be critical of the limit maybe, but I can do it, but not in medium. So that's what I'm gonna make, guys. I will use the medium in the second stint, and in that way even I'm gaining time in the projected race time, as you can see, doing the other strategy. I'm gaining a couple of tenths. So I think this is ideal, guys. This is the ideal strategy. Even in the second stint with the fresh medium, I can be very fast. I think this strategy is ideal, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Let's see. Just I have one doubt, and it's about the performance of the hard. It will be critical for me at the beginning, especially because it's a tire that I didn't test before. I didn't have these tires available in practice or qualifying, so it will be the first time. Probably first laps I will be a bit slow, but I think it's the right strategy, guys. I think it's the right strategy. Fuel load. Well, this is very tricky always, because sometimes I'm very optimistic, sometimes no. In the previous two races I did, I think, a good fuel strategy. Normally I used to put one extra lap of fuel, and in the rest of the races I had no too much troubles with fuel. But this track, it's a bit more fuel demanding than Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. So maybe I can add something more, but let's put just one extra lap, because in this track also there are big chances of safety car. So obviously safety car changes everything in terms of fuel. If there is a safety car, I have not to worry about fuel anymore. So let's see. Also, something that I would like to play with is with the front wing, because I'm thinking if I will be last, I will need very high top speed for overtaking. So I'm thinking to reduce a couple of points the front wing aero, you know, maybe in that way I can be a bit faster and to try to overtake some cars. Maybe I'm thinking into reduce 2 points the front wing aero. I don't know how much can affect that to the aerodynamic performance of the car, to be honest. But maybe that extra 1 or 2 kPAs that I can reach reducing front wing area maybe help me to be faster in a straight line and give me chances to overtake cars. So I think this is gonna make. The rest of the setup, I can touch differential and everything, but this is something I don't like to touch after qualifying, to be honest. Suspension and suspension geometry cannot change it. Brake pressure no, and tire pressure can change it, but I think this is what I'm gonna make. I will reduce 2 points in the front wing. If I don't feel the car very good, I can change it as well in the box, so no problem for it. And that's it. That's everything about the strategy, I think. I had to say that I'm very happy because I saw in the starting grid that Alex qualified in 12th place. So that means here our car is competitive. 12th place is close to the points, and that gives me very let's say good vibes, you know, to try to recover places today. And obviously in the race start, I will try to do similar strategy that I did in Saudi Arabia. That was to be very cautious in the first meters. If I have to be last, I will be last. I don't want to damage my car. This is the worst scenario. I have in front of me, I think it's Hulkenberg. I don't remember now. I have 2 Haas ahead of me. The Saubers, the stick Saubers are very both past Q2 Q2. That Sauber or Stake, the same name, are the 2 slower cars of the grid, and they are in P14 and P15. But I think these cars will be the slowest in this race, so I have massive chances to try to get some places. But obviously I will have to battling with Haas, also with the Alpines, with the Stake and Saubers, and I hope to be fighting with my teammate at some point. That means I will be in a very good position, you know. Anyway, I'm in the dirty part of the track for the start, but the good news is that I have the inside for turn 1, so maybe I have chances to pass maybe Haas, one Haas, and then in turn 3 I also have the inside if I maintain this line at the right part of the track. So it's not bad. But as I said, I will try to be very cautious, trying to don't touch any car and trying to avoid damage in my front window. Something that is here in this track. In previous games, I also had some kind of touch in some point of the race, and always had to go to repair my front wing in most of the races that I did here. It's a circuit that I suffer a lot, and this year, even practice was very good. Even free practice 3, I was in top 10 almost. But then in qualifying I suffer again. This is something I'm gonna check for the next qualifying in Japan, in the next round. At the end I will go out at the same time that the rest of the cars. That is something that I didn't in Saudi Arabia and Australia. I didn't work for me. So next time, definitely the last attempt in qualifying, I will go out at the same time and the very last minute as the rest of the cars of the AI does. But anyway, this is something about Japan in 3 weeks. I will play in 3 weeks in Japan, long time ago. We have to focus in today. And let's see how it goes, guys. Nothing to lose. I'm being last. Only thing I can do is to crash and to go out, or finish ahead of the position I am. If some car ahead is retired, or also I will fight for it. You know, I will try to be aggressive at some point of the race, trying to pass cars. But to do that, I need to execute a clean first lap, no touches, no incidents, please. And after that, long game. Our race is long game. We have the hard tires, we have to take care. Our race starts at the end of the race. In the final part of the race is where our race starts here, especially because cars that don't have 2 sets of cars as me probably will suffer a lot at the end of the race, and this is something I have to take advantage you know. So in 29 minutes, the Australian Grand Prix will start for me. The third round of the season let's try to do a good race before the break after this race. And as always, the race will be streamed in 29 minutes here on Twitch. This is my Twitch channel. I strongly recommend you to follow. It's the only way you can watch me complete all sessions on live, and you can watch all of my races, my qualifying and my practice session here on Twitch. And here on YouTube it's important to be subscribed as well, because here is where I did the race strategy and also the weekend preview, where we try to develop the car every weekend. We see data, we see the championship standings, everything that is not only racing. This is something what I'm doing here on this YouTube channel. So thank you so much for staying this live, and see you in 29 minutes on Twitch. I hope to see you there, and I would like to receive your support as well. And let's see what I can do in this race, guys. I will try my best. If works. If not doesn't work. It doesn't matter. This is for fun. Let's try to make something fun, and let's go for it. So see you on Twitch. See you